Hey guys, I'm Ryan, Michigan Storm Chasers, back here for another video here on MSC YouTube. We have quite an interesting pattern setting up over the next couple of weeks here, and I want to key in and highlight, I believe Joel talked about it yesterday, I mentioned it back on Friday. We are tracking a potential impactful system for the midweek Wednesday, Thursday timeframe. I want to start though with what's to come today and also tomorrow. We have some snow that was out there this morning. More snow again for Monday, and then also that system we're tracking for midweek and perhaps another one late week. So we are in a very active pattern here. Let's go ahead and dive in. So starting first and foremost with the short-term model, this is going to be right now, currently out there. We have some lingering snow showers. It's going to move out of the state, should clear us up by the time we get toward midnight tonight. So the state should be completely clear overnight tonight. And then a few hours of a break there. And then early Monday morning, we're looking at another system here off to our west here. It's going to develop and push in our direction here as early as 3 or 4 a.m. or so, around that time frame. Starting up there in the UP first, perhaps northwestern lower Michigan by Traverse City areas. This is going to push inland, be mostly snow. Pause it right there. We're seeing snow pretty much anywhere from the central and southern half of the UP, as well as extreme northern lower, and perhaps a mix down there closer toward Mount Pleasant, Cadillac areas. That's going to be Monday around our morning commute, 7, 8, 9 a.m. That's going to move across the state west to east, and it should clear out by the time Monday evening commute rolls around 5, 6, 7 p.m. So how much are we expecting? Well, I do have a couple things to show you here. I do have a model, or not a model, I do have our forecast pulled up here, but the way I have the screen share kind of cropped, so you're not going to see it all. But anyway, I can explain this to you pretty well. The dark blue color there from Mayo, Grayling, Gaylord, Onaway, Alpena, Sheboygan, Traverse City, Escanaba, and Menominee, you are in a 2 to 6 inch snow zone. The aqua zones, the lighter blue colors around that dark blue, is a 1 to 3 zone of snow, and the white is traced to 1 inch. The yellow hatched circle area down further south indicates we're mixing of rain, perhaps some sleet, maybe some freezing rain mixes in, but it should just be primarily sleet or rain mixing in with snow there. Not too concerned for anything, ice accretion, stuff like that. Not really worried about that, but could see some mix there during the morning on Monday to begin here. So that is your forecast for tomorrow. Attention, and the topic of the video then turns to midweek. Going to the European model, which I just butchered my tab sharing here. Let me go ahead and pop this back in. There we go. This is the European model that just came hot off the presses about 20 minutes ago. This is what we're expecting. So currently starting right now, we have the snow moving out of the state. Here comes that second system we just talked about on the European model. And then we're going to be looking at a few snow showers perhaps for our Tuesday up in the UP. Should be a pretty much dry day overall though. Any snow showers should be light in nature, not going to accumulate much at all. Then right about here, we're looking at Wednesday morning. Our attention shifts to the west of us. We have a couple pieces of energy coming together. It's going to collaborate. It's going to move our way. As we move into Wednesday night, we're seeing a pretty impactful system here in the European model. We're going to pause it right here, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Notice a couple things here. We talked about this on our February Outlook video, how we're going to get these mixed systems where we could have snow, rain, and ice. This one is no exception. Looking at the model here, we're seeing a large sector of perhaps freezing rain and or sleet, a large sector of snow, and also a large sector of rain here. So mixed mode, all precip types are possible. The European model, out of the major models we use, seems to be pretty consistent in showing this. This is, again, Wednesday night into Thursday morning. We could be looking at an impactful system. If not for snow, then perhaps some freezing rain, and yes, even some ice storm potential here is on the table. Again, confidence is just starting to begin to increase here. By tomorrow night, we'll have a much better idea. But again, models have been consistent with this system. We're going to up our wording here. Wednesday evening, Thursday morning, be prepared for snow, ice, and perhaps some rain further south as the system moves through. Now, looking at the system, this is overnight into Thursday morning. Here's 1 a.m. Thursday morning. Here is 4 a.m., 7 a.m. And by the time we get into that Thursday afternoon time frame, the precip kind of tapers off, just some lingering snow, perhaps some rain showers around the area there. And we're dry for our Friday minus a couple snowflakes. And then another system comes in for the weekend. Saturday, Sunday looks pretty similar to the one midweek. We could have snow, ice, and rain once again. So 4 systems to watch here. We are very active. We're going to focus primarily, we can't lose focus of the snow potential today and also tomorrow, because that will be impactful, especially for travel for our friends up there in northern Michigan. But our attention, or we're kind of honed more so in on this midweek time frame, and I'll show you why here. Now, we use something here in the model called freezing rain accumulation, also known as what we call FRAM. We call it FRAM for short. As we move into this potential system, we're noticing a couple things here. Back this up. We're going to notice the ice accretion with this. We're going to zoom into Michigan, actually, so you guys have a better idea. And again, this is not an official forecast just yet. Just kind of goes to show you what the models are saying, why we're a little bit more so concerned. Now, these models like to overdo things just a tad bit here. But if I move this into that Wednesday evening time frame, this is freezing rain accumulation. And for reference, when we want to look for power outages or tree damage and stuff like that, we look to about a 1/4 inch, 0.25 here on this map. And we're seeing some of these areas in Michigan top 0.25 or a 1/4 inch of ice when we move into Thursday morning here. The model actually shows some pretty significant accumulations here. Now, is this overdone? Probably a little bit here, but still, it's showing potential for ice storm criteria here in Michigan. So our fingers are crossed this does downtrend. Now, with that being said, the European is usually the gold standard model for the winter time, but I also want to show you guys 2 other models we use. The first one being the GFS. The GFS being the more conservative of the 2, keeps the freezing rain a little bit further south here, closer to the 94 corridor, but still shows anywhere from 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch in spots there. So we're going to keep an eye on that, but I think the European does have the advantage here. We're kind of leaning more so internally here at MSC toward the European solution. I'll go ahead and show you the third model, the Canadian model here. The Canadian came in this morning and is also a little bit further south here than the European, but does show those accumulations of ice close to anywhere from 2, 3, 4, 5/10 of an inch. Again, likely overdone just a bit, but still showing criteria here close enough that we become concerned here for potential ice impacts here for our Wednesday evening, Thursday morning time frame. So I wanted to highlight this. Is it a forecast yet? No. I want to stress that. It is not a forecast yet, but we are trending the direction. We could see some ice impacts and also further north, some snow impacts here in Michigan for that midweek time frame. And same thing applies for that weekend time frame. We're looking at, again, a split system there. It's going to come down to the exact track. We have more confidence currently in the midweek system to kind of highlight this a little bit better. So hopefully that wasn't too hype. I'm not trying to hype this at all. I just want you guys to start getting aware. We're looking and tracking this system. We're getting a few days away. By Monday evening, so tomorrow evening, we'll have a much better idea of what to expect here. So by Tuesday morning, we should have an update with ice totals, impacts, all that jazz. We should have an idea by that Tuesday morning time frame at the very latest. All right. With that being said, you guys enjoy your Sunday. I wanted to get you guys up to speed with this. That's all I got, though. So, in recap, snow tapers off today, increases again for northern lower Michigan tomorrow morning into the afternoon, and then we turn our attention to that midweek time frame for a potential impactful system for snow, ice, and perhaps even rain further south toward the Indiana-Ohio borders. With that being said, I'm going to give a shout out to today's sponsor of the video, StormGuard Roofing and Construction, based out of Oakland and Macomb counties, also covering Detroit metro areas. They do roofing and construction needs on your homes. 248-985-3239. Thank you to StormGuard for sponsoring today's YouTube video here at Michigan Storm Chasers. You guys stay safe, travel safe, and stay warm out there. We have a busy week coming up here for us in Michigan.